Tonight, my friend, is one of the best stories that you will hear for reasons that will become immediate. It's the case of the Noose Hoax yet again. They don't learn. There hasn't been a real noose hate crime since the 30s, they're always fake. Jussie Smollett, Bubba Wallace, and now Latasha Brown. LaTarsha. Say it ain't so, LaTarsha. Say it ain't so. One of the most stupid stories you're ever going to hear. It makes no sense. She's a moron. If there is a moron defense, she is free. Let her go. She's an idiot. The story is it's just beautiful. Let me tell you something. If ever you really wanted to drop a noose, now's the time to do it, because nobody would believe it. You could actually say, no, this is a real noose. And who would believe it? Who? Who leaves nooses, little baby nooses? Who? What is this? What does this chidrul want? It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare to hear one of the greatest stories ever. I'm going to present this to you in a way that you are just not going to believe. You're going to ask yourself, do we share DNA with these people? Yes. It is so stupid, so far-fetched, so beyond insane. So get ready, or get ready. Get ready. I don't know what that means. Get ready, buckle up, prepare to be mesmerized and disgusted. But first, this word. If you're watching this, consider yourself warned. Food prices are about to explode, and the time to prepare is now. Listen, go to preparewithlionel.com. Preparewithlionel.com and secure your 4-week emergency food supply now while supplies last. With new tariffs, listen to me, with new tariffs slamming the global market and inflation spiraling, your grocery bill is about to skyrocket. When the crisis hits, shelves will be empty, and those who didn't prepare will be left desperate. History proves it. Every major economic collapse, every supply chain disruption, the first thing to go is food. You do not want to be waiting in government lines, hoping there's enough left for you and your family. This 4-week emergency food kit delivers over 2,000 calories per day, ensuring you have the nutrients you need and your family needs to weather the storm. It's fortified for survival, packed in rugged, long-term storage containers, and can last up to 25 years. So when disaster strikes, you'll be ready. Order today, and you'll get 4 free 72-hour food kits. That's 12 extra days of meals at no cost. The regular price is $346.80, but right now, you get it for just $247. Don't wait until it's too late. Go to preparewithlionel.com, preparewithlionel.com, and lock in your emergency food supply before the real panic begins. I've always loved stupid criminals. Especially people who speak this new brand of this haughty arrogance. The entitled Fannie Willis, Tiffany Henyard, Jasmine Crockett. This sense of you don't understand. AOC, Rashida Tlaib, Ayanna Presley, Elon Omar. They all happen to be women. I just realized that, but you know what I'm talking about. And you may actually be suggesting anything you want in terms of what is happening now. You're missing the point. Before we begin, let me tell you first about the infuriating saga of LaTarsha Brown's despicable hate crime hoax. LaTarsha. Don't you want to know how people, where did your mother get this name? How do you, LaTarsha? What does that mean? It's a neologism. It knows no, it's a free country. LaTarsha Brown and this despicable folks, we've seen some pretty low down, dirty, scathing stuff. But what is unfolding in Allentown, Pennsylvania is one for the ages. Takes the cake, ladies and gentlemen. Smashes it right in the face of every decent, hard-working American. Every good Pennsylvanian of the Keystone State. LaTarsha Brown. Yes. A city employee and school board member. Someone entrusted with our tax dollars and our kids' futures. That's right. Has been exposed, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, as a fraud and a liar, a shameless race baiter, a masturbator. She claims she found a noose on her desk at City Hall in January of 2025, sparking outrage, protests, and a full-blown, full-throated investigation. But hold on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen. Turns out she planted it herself. That's right. This isn't just some betrayal. It's a slap in the face to every real victim of hate out there. She thought she could do it. I'll just do it. I'll outsmart these people. And it's high time we call out these people and say what it is. It's a despicable, calculated hoax that demands justice and not sympathy. Do not let this go away. Let's set the scene. January 10th, 2025. She walks into the room. LaTarsha waltzes, sashays, parades into the Allentown City Hall, sat down at her desk, and lo and behold, discovered what she called a noose, a symbol. Dare I remind you of racial terror, meant to intimidate her as a black woman. It's true. The community erupted. Protesters flooded the streets, clutching signs, demanding answers. City council members like C.C. Gerlach screamed, "Hate crime! Hate crime!" screamed from the rooftops, warning that no one, black, brown, gay, or otherwise, was safe in a building where such an atrocity could occur. The FBI swooped in. Oh, yes. Allentown police launched, I shit you not, a manhunt. And the media lapped it up like it was the crime of the century. But then the truth came crashing down, ladies and gentlemen, like a ton of bricks. Brown's DNA was all over that noose. Hers and hers alone. No one else's. She staged the whole thing from start to finish. And now she's facing charges for false reporting, tampering with evidence. It's unbelievable. Don't take my word for it, ladies and gentlemen. Don't take my word for it. Let's talk to this man right here, this individual who knows a little bit about it. Here is the official report of what happened. Meet LaTarsha Brown.
The purpose of this press conference is to provide an update regarding the Noose investigation.
The Noose, and look at this horrible thing on the right. Look at this. And look at her smug countenance. That smug Venus. Look at her. I'm smarter than you. Not so fast, Cookie. Not so fast. Look at this noose. Look at it. If you didn't know what it was, you say, what the hell is that? What is it? I didn't even know the size of it. Anyway.
I want to take a moment to thank the following agencies who assisted in this case.
My
The
pleasure.
Lehigh County District Attorney's Office, the Pennsylvania State Police Crime Lab, and the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
FB, look at these people.
The Allentown Police Department conducted a thorough investigation, including interviews of persons, analysis of evidence, and consultation with the District Attorney's Office of Lehigh County. As a result of the subsequent investigation, LaTarsha Brown was
LaTarsha.
charged with tampering with or fabricating physical evidence, a misdemeanor of the 2nd degree, and false reports to law enforcement, a misdemeanor of the 3rd degree. As in every criminal case, the fact that a warrant has been issued or a complaint has been filed is merely an accusation.
That's right.
The defendant is presumed innocent
That's right.
until and unless proven guilty
That's right.
in a court of law.
Uh-huh.
I'm now going to ask Captain Milkovich to provide a summation of this investigation.
Listen to this. And he introduces himself again. Watch this.
Good afternoon, everybody. Captain Milkovich, Criminal Investigations
Make
Division.
sure you know my name.
On January 10th, 2025, at approximately 7:11 a.m., Allentown City employee LaTarsha Brown
LaTarsha.
arrived at her office on the 3rd floor of City Hall.
Here we go.
At approximately 7:38 a.m., Ms. Brown notified the Allentown Police Department that she discovered what she believed to be a noose on her desk
Called
upon
the
arriving at
police
work.
department.
Officers assigned to the Community Outreach Unit, Crime Scene Identification Unit, and Criminal Investigations Unit responded, initiating a criminal investigation to identify the individual responsible for placing the noose on Ms. Brown's desk. During the investigation, video surveillance and building access control records were reviewed to identify city employees present on the 3rd floor of City Hall between the time Ms. Brown left for work on the afternoon of January 9, 2025, and her arrival on the morning of January 10th. Those employees were interviewed. Each was asked if they would provide a buccal swab for DNA testing if needed.
Buckle swab.
Every
Now,
employee agreed, except for Ms. Brown. Initially cooperative, Ms. Brown later requested that the investigation be discontinued.
why?
The noose was submitted to the Pennsylvania State Police Crime Lab for DNA testing on January 14, 2025. On January 24, 2025, a search warrant was approved by the Lehigh County District Attorney's Office for Ms. Brown's DNA, and a DNA sample was obtained that same day.
Uh-oh.
On January 27, 2025, Ms. Brown's buccal swab was submitted to the Bethlehem Regional Crime Lab of the Pennsylvania State Police for comparison with DNA profiles recovered from the noose.
Guess what happened?
On March 10, 2025, the Forensic DNA Division of the Pennsylvania State Police issued a written report indicating that Ms. Brown's DNA matched the DNA profile obtained from the swabs of both the outer surface and inner knotted portion of the noose after it was taken apart. No other person's DNA profiles found on the evidentiary items involved in this investigation. As a result of this investigation earlier today, Detective Harold Bonds of the Allentown Police Department filed charges against LaTarsha Brown at District Court 31-2-01 for the criminal offenses outlined earlier by Chief Roca. Thank you.
There you have it. LaTarsha nabbed in the dragnet. It was you, LaTarsha. Et tu, LaTarsha. LaTarsha, you, the hoaxer. You're the one. Unbelievable. This isn't just some isolated slip up, ladies and gentlemen. This is a pattern, a sick and demented, twisted pattern, a playbook that we've seen before over and over again. And you knew it. A noose. Come on. What were you going to play? What was it? What, to retire early? What was your end game? I was so affected by this. I don't get it. Remember Jussie Smollett? Remember Jussie? That Hollywood darling, that fraud from Empire, who back in 2019 spun a yarn, a web o' lies about two MAGA-wearing thugs beating him, dousing him with bleach, and looping a noose around his neck in the dead of a Chicago winter. Remember that? And he left the noose on his neck. The nation bought it hook, line, and stinker. Celebrities wept. Politicians pontificated. Oh my God. And the left seized it as proof of rampant racism in Trump's America. Remember that bullshit? It was all a lie. It was a lie. Jussie Smollett hired two buddies, who, by the way, they called them Nigerian. They were born in Chicago, to fake the attack, hoping to juice his fame and fatten his paycheck. He got convicted only for the Illinois Supreme Court to toss it out in 2024 on, you guessed it, a technicality, leaving justice dangling like a noose in the wind. Sounds familiar? Remember this one? Remember how the story was? There I was on a dark, in the middle of the night in Chicago. It was freezing. And I had a hat on of some sort, and I was, normally you kind of cover up, and he was out there because I had to get a Subway. I had to go out and get it. I couldn't have it delivered. No. I can't. There's no other way. I have to go out and walk to get my Subway. When all of a sudden these two MAGA people say, "Hey, aren't you that guy?" Recognize he was from Empire. Who? It's dark. You got a hat on. Who? Stop it. The story was bullshit. They bought it. But LaTarsha, she's pulling the same stunt. And it's infuriating. And I despise these people. And then, my friend, remember that? Bubba Wallace. Remember Bubba? You do. Who remembers Bubba? Don't tell me you don't. The NASCAR driver who sent the sports world into a tailspin in 2020 when a noose, God damn it, another noose, turned up in his garage. The stall. Remember at Talladega? There was the noose. Somebody put a noose there. The timing couldn't have been worse. Oh my God, if you recall correctly, racial tensions were sky high. The media pounced, leapt on the story, painting it as a lynching threat against the only black driver in the field. NASCAR roared with condemnation. Fans clutched their pearls. No, say it ain't so. Not Bubba. And the FBI rolled in. Nobody's investigating the Trump assassination, but by God, you show me a noose and we'll be there. 15 agents they had to crack the case. And what did they find? Who remembers this? A pull rope, a little pull rope tied in a loop, sitting there since before Wallace ever set foot in the place. It was a garage loop. It was nothing. No hate crime, no conspiracy, no nothing. Just a garage door opener, a little loop. Wallace didn't plant it, sure, but the rush to cry racism without a shred of evidence, perfect. See, that's where we are right now. It's the same knee-jerk lunacy that LaTarsha exploited in Allentown. And we're living in Allentown, and it's hard to keep a good man down. It's reckless, it's divisive, and it's tearing us apart. I think Jimmy Dean said it best. What are we going to do about this? Let's talk about the damage here. Because this isn't just about one lying woman, one lying sack o' shite in Pennsylvania. No. LaTarsha's hoax and others like it, my friend. It just make you say, I can't take it. It rips the guts out of every legitimate fight against hate. Legit. Who's going to believe this? Who's going to believe this? People who've actually faced actual racism, and it's true, it gets drowned out by this nut, by these frauds. Every time there's a LaTarsha or a Jussie Smollett, every time they cry wolf, it hands ammunition. It says, look, see? To the doubters, see? To the cynics who say, see? It's all made up, it's all bullshit. It's a gut punch to those people who've suffered, and they have. It's a mockery of their pain. And where's the Al Sharptons or the Ben Crumps to say, hey, hold it. You got to stop this. Nothing. They're just saying, damn, should have called me. Next time it sticks, call me. What did this LaTarsha want? And who pays the price for this? The cops who wasted months chasing ghosts? The people, the cases that could have been investigated but weren't because of this nonsense? The taxpayers footing the bill? And the communities left more fractured than ever? Why? Why? LaTarsha didn't just lie. She stabbed Justice in the back and twisted the knife. Oh, look at that face. Look at that face. Don't get me started on the enablers. Oh, good God. Where's the accountability for the activists who rallied around her? The politicians who said, yes, oh, absolutely. What about those people who fanned the flames, who said, yes? The media who ran with it, pointing, it's Trump, 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 it's Trump's America, Trump, Trump, Trump. It's ridiculous. The media who ran with the story before the ink was even dry on the police report, before anybody knew anything, they're complicit, my friends. They are as complicit as the day is long. Every last one of these rat bastards. And when Brown's DNA came back as the only match, what do you think they said? What do you think they said? When she dodged cooperation, she says, you know what? I'm not interested. Wait a minute. You called us? You know what? I'm thinking, I don't know. No. Listen, LaTarsha. Sit down. Spit into the cup or let me wipe your buckle cells. Buckle up, my friend. She dodged it. She said, I'm not going to cooperate with the cops. And then she begged for them to drop the case. What? There were so many red flags. They couldn't see with all the red flags. They were getting poked in the eye with the red flags. It was like a parade. Yet her pal, Jussie Lopez, still calls it a smear campaign, claiming Brown's the real victim here. What? Give me a break. What are you talking about? This isn't retaliation. It's reality catching up with a liar and a con artist. A con artist who thought she could just play us for fools. And in some respects, she did. We need action. Action. I want to live. Not excuses. Brown should face the full weight of the law. Oh, my God. Jail time, fines, the works. Teach her a lesson. She's still employed at City Hall. Can you believe it? Fire her yesterday. And while we're at it, she's got no business near a school board. She must resign or be booted instanter. Period. End of discussion. These hoaxes aren't pranks. They're crimes. They're crimes against society, eroding trust and making us just sick of everything, turning neighbor against neighbor, fueling this, fomenting this hate nonsense. We've got to demand investigators that cut through the noise and get to the point. Let me tell you something. This is ridiculous. This is tough, my friends. We have got to do it. You fake a hate crime, you pay the price. It's that simple. Look, America's got problems. You know and I know and all that stuff. But this is the worst. And while we're at it, Pamela Bondi, Pamela Joe, we're going to talk about this tomorrow. You better go after that Crockett. You better go after these Tesla people. You better do it. I mean, I want to see heads on a stick, on a pike, on a spike. I want perp walks. I want action now. Are you? Do you feel it? Do you feel it? Pilgrim Media, listen to this horror story. Let me tell you what Pilgrim says. The man, you know what he says? I stayed at a 5-star Holiday Inn in Allentown. God damn it. Did you hear his horror? Thanks, PM. Thanks for bringing us back. You think you've got... He stayed in a 5-star Holiday Inn. What the hell's a 5-star Holiday Inn? Cut Up Chatter says, I'm watching out for batons as I run races. I'm watching out for batons as I run races. Interesting. I don't know what that means. I am so sick and tired of being sick and tired of hearing this over and over. I am so sick of these racial arsonists. I don't know where this came from. I don't know. I swear to God, it's like, are you kidding me? This arrogance. What should we do to these people? You're the presiding judge. Oh, it's jail time. Absolutely. Max. Year in the county jail. Was it misdemeanor? Probably a year. That's it. I'll do it. Oh, and no work release. No nothing. There's no sentencing guidelines for this. It's misdemeanor. Oh yeah. What did you think? What did this stupid Chidrul want? What does she want from this? What was the bottom line? Would you see they were saying maybe he thought maybe he wasn't going to be renewed or maybe whatever. What does she want by working at the Allentown? Was she going to quit? Was she going to claim psychological? She's got to have a reason for it, right? I know what I'll do. I'll do this. And I'll say, I'm so afraid I can't go back to work. And I'm going to run up the bills. I'm going to go to a psychiatrist. And I'm going to go on medication. And I'm going to have my friends testify as to how I was affected by this. And how I am not able to get up in the morning because of the horrors of this. What an idiot. I mean, seriously. And for her to say, I want to change my mind. See, this is where we are right now. If there is a God, I'm going to say, and I mentioned this today, if you walked into the president's office and says, please close the door, sir, I'm sure you know this. You have got to start scaring people. Let Pamela Joe go. Let these people go crazy. Let them go nuts. And not just these people. Bring back Fauci. Go after Hunter Biden. Let there be this absolute cavalcade, this cacophony, this veritable orchestra of prosecutions. We need this more than anything else. You need this. You have to do this. Everything else is terrific. Everything else is fantastic. Everything is great. This is wonderful with this. All right, great. We have to do this. Who would be the people you want? Me, Fauci. And I got to tell Bobby Kennedy, do me a favor, Bobby. Let's get him. Let's get him. Set him up. Let's work with Cash, work with the DOJ, work with the FBI, and then turn it over to Pamela Joe and bring a case that transcends, that happened afterwards. Find out something that Fauci is doing. Nobody gets caught. Nobody. I don't understand. President Trump, do you remember when they wanted to put you in jail? They wanted to put you in jail for the rest of your life. Remember the booking photo? And remember that? Do I have to remind you of that? Remember how you had to stop what you're doing, Judge Merchan's court? Then you had Judge Engeron's court. Then you had that crazy lady with the Bergdorf Goodman, that lunatic. Remember this? They didn't give you a break. Not one break. They didn't want to hear anything you had to do. They charged you criminally with an NDA case with that skeeve, that skank, that in a case that nobody can understand. Even Johnny Mazza-Spaz says White House staff is too interested in egg prices. You know, you're onto something there. I don't want to say this, but maybe they don't. I don't know. Maybe. Why aren't we doing this? Why aren't we telling the district or the DOJ, do something and do it now? This is easy. This isn't, I'm sorry. Just one person. Breaking news. You're not going to want to hear what I have to say. Do we have it? Are we tough or what? Do we have it? Maybe we're not. Maybe I misread this. Maybe I'm in the wrong team. I thought the Republicans, because I'm not a Republican, I thought you were the badasses. You were the ones, oh my God, don't mess with them. Those are heartless people. Cut Up Chatter even says, she said she went back to Bergdorf for the memory. Yeah. Well, this is E. Jean Carroll. This is the most important thing in the world. Look at Edie says, if everyone watching would hit the like button, we would have 669 likes. You see, you're so beautiful. Thank you for that. I need the likes. The likes are critical. Likes are the HOV lane of this. They're the thing that, like, subscription, it's the only thing on there. I'm watching this, and I don't think anybody really understands it. Fannie Willis never ever lost her ticket for lying about having the affair with Wade. Remember him, Nathan? Remember that? Nothing. Okay, that's one. Put that over there. Number two, Tiffany Henyard. Nothing. They brought creepy Beetlejuice. They said she spent all this money on personal stuff. Nothing. She's still in office. I think she just lost maybe the township, but she's still the mayor or something. Nothing. Elon Omar apparently, married her brother or something? Nothing. They're getting this guy, Mahmoud Khalil, because he's a member of UNRWA. This is a UN organization, whether you like it or not, and they're going to deport his ass and charge him, even though he's got a baby. They're saying that's enough. But Elon Omar, nothing? I don't understand this. Nothing? Zero. Nothing. They never charged Hillary Clinton with anything. I mean, this is the most. We have got to do something. What do we have to do to get the message out? What is it? Tell me. I don't understand it. We were talking about the Tate brothers. At least Romania does something, right or wrong. They're the only ones doing anything. Nobody cares. No, we don't. Name one. Do me a favor. Name one recent prosecution by anyone. When was the last time that went to? Remember, I think there was some poor guy, some Democrat. They kind of sort of, I don't know, they threw him a bone or something. Even Hackman's death, nothing. Well, that's a different story. That's, New Mexico, and we just forgot about that. See, we just forget about these things. But they're going to look at her. They're going to say, you're jumping on this woman because she's a black woman. And she's like, well, she's a black woman because in order to claim the hate crime, you got to be a black woman. I don't know if a white woman sees a noose on her desk, can she claim it? Could it be a bad hate criminal? I don't get it. I don't get any of this stuff. On the 29th, they are planning a very serious thing. They're planning a very, 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 very serious Tesla takedown. Are you familiar with that? And Pamela Joe was telling everybody, if you don't watch what's going on, we're going to get you. Cut Up Chatter says, we are all just pedantic. There are no delusions. We are pedantic. I guess we are pedants. Is that it? Thank you. This blows my mind, ladies and gentlemen. Blows my mind. And I swear to you, I mean this. And I want people to understand and grasp this at new levels. We have the power to make brutal change. Absolute, positively brutal. So beautiful, so wonderful, so gorgeous that people will just say, oh my God. I want to hear breaking news. I want somebody to go to Roger Stone and say, Roger, do you remember when they came and did that ninja routine at your home at 3 a.m? Well, guess what, my friend? We're going to do it right back at them. Put on this TV show right now. We're going to show you what it looks like. They got Roger Stone. Remember this? For what? What was the reason they got Roger Stone for? What? What was the reason? Do you remember? Anybody? Supposedly lying? Now imagine this. Lying in Congress or something? Remember that? Lying. Lying. Remember how many people lied in Congress? Remember that? Remember years ago, there was these people, these folks. One of them was, if I recall correctly, it was the hang on a minute. Oh, Brad Rung. Who? Look at this. Brad Rung says Tommy Hilfiger, 74. Golf Hall of Famer Pat Bradley, 74. Singer Nick Lowe, 76. Fashion and costume designer Bob Mackie. Oh, remember Bob Mackie was he was with Carol Burnett. Musician Carol Kay, 90. Carol Kay was a great drummer, a bass player. She was with a wrecking crew. Chef and TV presenter Mary Berry. And I don't know about that one. But how about this one? I better hurry and eat all my chocolate. I better hurry and eat my chocolate. What does that mean? What does that mean? I don't know. But you could. I don't know what that means. I'm going to get to the bottom of that. I'm going to figure that one out. But thank you. Now, as we speak, my friends, we are also in the world of complete and total and utter confusion as to what is going on in the real world. I'm so sorry to tell you this. I'll remind you of this. But when it comes to our let me just ask you. What are your feelings regarding this administration's, and I'll just leave it open, Middle East policies? Anybody? How do you feel about what we're doing? How about Yemen? Is that? By the way, I've got a scratch on my head here. Don't be alarmed by that. It's not a head wound. I was watching the great Pepe Escobar and the great Dr. Judge Napolitano regarding Yemen. Are you aware of that? Is there anything about this? Can you understand anything at all about it? Why are we attacking Yemen? Pete Hegseth said, I don't even know what these people do. Let's send a message. Send a message about what? Today I was watching right before, I'm going to watch this again later. Right before, dear friends, you were on, I was watching on my, this is my TV. This is what I watched. I was watching, it was, hang on, Breaking Point with, it was Ryan and Sager, Ryan Grimm. You know, I haven't watched it recently. And it was very good. And I didn't see that Crystal there. Crystal, who keeps saying like every 5 minutes. I'm sure she's a fine person. I haven't looked this in the longest time. They were fantastic about what's going on in the Middle East. I don't understand what's going on here. I don't understand. I do not understand. What are we doing? Tell me. This is the most important thing. We're just kind of like this. Well, sort of, whatever, I guess. Witkoff is, God bless these people. They're trying. Let's wrap this up. Put all of our focus, all of our attention, all of our money here. Here. Am I speaking out of turn? Do you understand this? What are we doing? We've got so much here. And the first thing is we've got to lock people up. If this woman doesn't do, I know this isn't a federal crime, but if this woman is not locked up, what are we going to do? What, I ask you? I have an idea. But it's about this. Listen to me. Are you drowning in debt? You're not alone. New reports show the average person is buried under $8,674 in credit card debt, with total consumer debt soaring to a staggering $104,215, including mortgages, auto loans, student loans, and credit cards. It's a financial crisis, and without a real solution, many will keep spiraling deeper. That's why I want to introduce you to a powerful secret weapon that has helped so many regain control. They specialize in consolidating all your debts into one manageable monthly payment and even negotiate a settlement so that you can pay less than you actually owe. Think about this. They've already settled over $275 million in debt. Think about that. Helping people break free in an average of just 28 months. I've personally recommended their services to friends and clients who needed a way out, and now I'm bringing it straight to you, my loyal Lionel Nation family. So don't wait. Book a free consultation today, right now, at NoDebtWithLionel.com. That's NoDebtWithLionel.com. The link is right under the title here. It's time to take back control of your finances. Act now. Get out of debt and start living the life you deserve. Today, my friend, there were the stories. I was going through this, and Dave Portnoy, the genius, the brain trust, went through and he apparently opined that he did not particularly care for the veracity of Tiger Woods' thoughts regarding an affair with Don Jr.'s ex-wife. Oh, dear God, are we talking about that? What is going on here? I don't care. I mean, but this is where we are. We are immersed. That will get more attention than anything else. That will get more attention. Look at these incredible stories. There's this Obama-appointed judge who went crazy. Sparks flew, saying that, of all things, claimed that Nazis get better treatment regarding TDA. This is a Barack Obama-appointed judge tearing into the Trump administration, who planned to mass deport alleged members of the TDA Tren de Aragua group. Judge Patricia Millett, a member of the bench since 2013, dominated much of the questioning during holding her hand quizzically against her chin as she grilled a Justice Department lawyer over due process concern for the 260 deported illegals shipped to a notorious El Salvador prison earlier this month under the 1798 Alien Enemies Act. There were plane loads of people. There were no procedures in place to notify people, Millett explained. Nazis got better treatment under the Alien Enemies Act during World War II than has happened here. What are we going to do about this? What are we going to do? For the longest time, there's always been a case of, well, sometimes the judges act a little bit. This is incomprehensibly horrible. What is going on here? We need brutality, not physical violence, which is what the left is saying. My friends, don't lose faith. I believe, even though it's been about 63 or so days, I believe that something is ready to go, that there are people who say, we know what to do. And up to and including perhaps maybe picketing judges, picketing courthouses. Let people know we don't do anything. Johnny Maz asks, is the deep state too deep even for Trump? They're right there. Johnny, they're right there. There's no deep here. You've got to do something. Johnny, you got to do something. March, go out, go into neighborhoods, circle courthouses, drive people crazy. Do what the left does. They bring in people. They bring in, I don't understand it. They brought in De Niro. They call Kid Rock. Do something. Going on Maria Bartiromo ain't gonna cut it. We have to do something, and fast. Saturday, wait till you see what they do with the Tesla. If I see one more picture, are you as sick and tired as I am of seeing people scratch Teslas? We've got pictures that we have pictures of them. Hello, we have pictures. Okay, internet, do your thing. No, I don't. Nobody's finding anything out. I want to see Elon go berserk. Let me tell you something. Who do you think are driving those Teslas? Our people? I don't think so. It's the left. I don't get it. Pamela Bonnie, we'll talk about this tomorrow, has got to get that Jamie Crockett. And Jamie's got to, or Jasmine, excuse me, or Jamie Crockett, has got to get a visit by the FBI, Secret Service, somebody, and say, we got to talk to you about this. She's with impunity. She's laughing at us. You've heard my speech. I'm not going to belabor the point. I love this country. I love this president. And I'm still holding out, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'm still holding out that something will be done. And first and foremost, if I could see Mayorkas, I will never forget that. Fauci, Hunter, Hillary, just go down the list. Just go down the list. Even Kamala and Biden. Biden has no immunity. He had his son as a bagman. He took money while president. It's bribery. What are we waiting for? Kash Patel, God damn it, do something. Bongino, do something. Scare them. Have them go berserk. I don't care. I want to see Joe Biden picked up, thrown in, and a mugshot. I want a mugshot of Joe Biden for crimes against the United States, for crimes involving. Look, I've said it enough. You are wonderful people, and you're just hearing the ravings of a lunatic. I can't. Sometimes I've got to calm down. I got to calm down. That's why I listen to music. I try my best to kind of calm down because I can't believe what I'm saying. And I don't want to give in. I don't want to say, well, too much. No. 63 days, I would have had my list of arrestees ready to go. I would have had my team, my FBI team. You ready? Grand jury ready? We got it? Okay, let's go. It would have been the fastest thing. One person, just one person. And not to me somebody. But I'm not going to give up yet. I'm not going to give up. I think this president has worked too hard and went through too much for him just to let this thing go. I think we got to be patient. I'm trying the best I can. But God is hard. Do you feel what I feel? Of course you do. So thank you, dear friends. Thank you from the bottom of my hat. Johnny Maz, Cut Up Chatter, Brad Rung, thank you so much for your kindness, your beneficence, your philanthropy, your charity, your love, your respect. My friends, you have a great and glorious day. Make sure you follow Mrs. L at Lynn's Warriors. Make sure you follow our sister channel at Lionel Nation. Now, this is Lionel Nation. Lionel Legal. What am I trying? And also make sure that you never forget how much we love you, how important you are to us, and how we thank you. And make sure you're subscribed here. All right, dear friends, have a great and glorious day. God bless America. Thank you, President Trump. Thank you. We'll talk soon. And don't forget, the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue ya. Dead.